For the suspect connected to a deadly hostage situation and shootout in a Roseville park. Thanks for joining us at 6 o'clock. I'm Brittany Hope. Officials say Erica Brill escaped from the Sutter Roseville Medical Center early this morning. This is new footage on your screen obtained by KCRA3 tonight from a viewer's Ring camera showing a Brill early this morning walking through this area after his escape. Law enforcement says that surveillance video shows a tattoo on his left shoulder of what appears to be the ocean, waves, and bamboo. You can see he is also wearing orange pants. Hundreds of law enforcement officers, deputies, and detectives have been searching for a Brill since early this morning across Placer County. This is a live exclusive look over that manhunt right now from Live Copter 3. We do know that they have been searching areas both north and south of I-80. Again, hundreds of officers there trying to find this escaped inmate. We do have live team coverage for you tonight. Lizzie Mitri is reporting from Rockland and has been tracking this manhunt since early this morning. Our command is at the command post in Roseville set up by authorities. But first, we do want to start with KCRA3's Andrea Flores. She is anchoring our coverage from Roseville tonight. Andrea, what are you seeing in the area that you are in right now at this point?
So, Brittany, we're along Roseville Parkway right next to Palisades Plaza, if you're familiar with this particular part of town in Roseville. And as you can see behind me, this is the command center that authorities and law enforcement agencies have been at all day long. Now, we showed you this in the 5 o'clock hour. There was a lot more activity. We saw police units coming and going, and we saw a lot of investigators here on the scene. Things are starting to break down here, and in just the last few minutes, we've actually been told that this command center at Palisades Plaza is moving to a different location in Loomis. So we are seeing kind of the breakdown, the initial breakdown. Some agencies are staying here at the scene, and throughout the day, we've seen agencies from Placer County, Amador County, Sacramento County. We've seen police from Rockland, Roseville, and Sacramento as well. So we've seen a huge law enforcement presence here as they continue to investigate. You can see as you zoom in here, those detectives on the scene here searching for any possible clues about where a Brill might be at this point. And we know that this search has extended, as you mentioned, not only in Roseville, but also to Rockland and other surrounding neighborhoods in this area. So we want to get to KCRA3's Lizzie Mitri, who has been in Rockland and other parts of the city today following this investigation and the manhunt for a Brill. So, Lizzie, what do you know so far? What are folks out there saying about all of this?
Well, a lot of people we've talked to obviously are scared, feeling uneasy, a little surprised that this happened in the first place. Right now we're at Longview Drive and Boardman Court, and this is just one of several areas where law enforcement had set up a perimeter. They were searching it extensively. We've seen them move from place to place in this Rockland neighborhood doing that. Take a look at how this all has unfolded this afternoon. A massive manhunt for a suspected murderer on the run. Had more than 200 law enforcement officers checking around one home after another in Rockland and in Roseville.
Oh, we're all scared.
And searching the trunks of cars leaving Sutter Roseville Medical Center, where the Placer County Sheriff's Office says 35-year-old Erica Brill escaped after 3 this morning.
Brill was brought to the Sutter Roseville Medical Center on Thursday, July 6 for an unknown medical condition. He was transported here by ambulance and under guard. Brill has been under a 24-hour guard since arriving at the hospital.
But Sheriff Wayne Wu says after a brief chase on foot with a deputy on scene, Brill got away wearing orange jail pants and a chain around his waist, as seen in this surveillance video.
Clearly, we consider Brill a very dangerous fugitive.
Brill is charged with murdering 72-year-old James McKeegan in April in Mahaney Park when investigators say he took hostages as CHP tried to serve him with search warrants. He's charged with attempted murder for shooting and injuring one of the officers.
We were just kind of shocked about it, and everybody still talks about it, but today I can't believe he escaped.
Tina Van Kesteren says Brill's mom lives in her Roseville neighborhood, and law enforcement surrounded the home this morning.
They had drones overhead yelling, saying, come out, search warrant, we have a search warrant.
But they didn't find him there, and by the afternoon, the search moved to Rockland near Greenbrae and Aguilar Roads.
I actually asked one of the officers, I was like, should I be locking my doors? And he said the escapee was somewhere down the road. Kind of hard to believe he could have escaped, but I hope they get him.
That was a sentiment we heard from so many people today, just surprised that he escaped, scared that he's still on the loose, and hopeful that law enforcement will be able to find him soon. Reporting live here in Rockland, Lizzie Mitri, KCRA 3 News.
Lizzie, thank you so much. And we know that law enforcement agencies are asking for any information at this point. No detail is too small. If you have surveillance video, ring footage, anything that might help them in their investigation, the law enforcement agencies in Placer County and elsewhere are asking for residents to send that information in. We have the information for a tip line as well. We'll tell you that in just a moment. But right now I want to bring in KCRA 3's Orko Manna. He's here at the command center with me. And Orko, you know, we were actually both covering this the day of the initial hostage situation back in April. It was right in the middle of spring break and quiet neighborhood. You know, Roseville, this is not the activity that residents are used to seeing here. So to see this kind of tactical response, we know has been surprising for a lot of people in the neighborhood, not only back in April, but also this afternoon. One of the things that you did is you covered actually a daycare that was there close by that had to go on lockdown around the day of the shooting at Mahaney Park. And now we're seeing, again, the summer, families are home, there's concern out there. And the big question is, how did this happen? How did this suspect get out of law enforcement's hands, essentially?
Yeah, Andrea, that's the main question that the community is asking tonight. They're wondering how this could have happened. You mentioned the folks that were on lockdown. We spoke to people when we were out at Mahaney Park and in the surrounding area. Those people who were at the park, those who had loved ones at the park, very concerned, obviously, in that moment with the shooting and hostage situation. You can imagine today they are also very concerned that the suspect in that situation escaped from custody at the hospital. And we do know that Abril was taken to the hospital on Thursday because of a medical condition. It's unclear at this point what that medical condition was, but the Placer County Sheriff's Office says he was transported there by an ambulance and under guard. Deputies also say Abril was under a 24-hour guard at the hospital since he got there. But that begs, again, the question, how was he able to escape? Many people are asking if he got away during a moment where he was not being watched, or whether or not he was shackled in that moment. The Placer County Sheriff admits he does not know how this could have happened either.
I know there's a lot of questions surrounding this case, specifically surrounding the circumstances regarding the escape. Quite frankly, I have a lot of questions as well. I can assure the community that when the time is right, there will be a thorough investigation into how this was able to occur and whether there are any policy violations. But quite frankly, right now, all of our resources are focused on making sure we get Abril back into custody.
And we asked what normal protocol is in this kind of situation where an inmate is brought to the hospital, how many guards there usually are, or if the inmate is shackled while at the hospital. The Sheriff's Office tells us that that's a case-by-case situation, and it's still unclear at this point what happened with Abril at Sutter-Roseville Medical Center. But Andrea, again, you can imagine a lot of the folks who were impacted by the shooting and hostage situation at Mahaney Park are definitely shaken up by this latest development that this suspect has escaped and the fact that he is still on the loose at this point.
And it's important to remember, you know, at Mahaney Park that Abril exchanged gunfire with law enforcement. So that just tells you what this person could be capable of. So it's certainly explainable and understandable why the community would be concerned at this point. And we know that people are on edge. And of course, we are continuing to follow the search here at the command center here in Roseville. And again, we know that that command center is moving now to Loomis. So we're working to get more details on the location and exactly what this is going to look like in terms of the next few hours for this search for the suspect. But again, we know that Abril is facing 4 felony charges at this point: murder, attempted murder of a peace officer. We also know that he's facing kidnapping charges and a felon in possession of a firearm. So again, we're going to show you that tip line, more surveillance video. If you see anything, you are encouraged to contact law enforcement. For now, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Andrea, thank you so much for our coverage out there. It's been going on for almost 15 hours now. We do want to show you this exclusive view from the sky. Live Copter 3 is above the area where hundreds of law enforcement officers, deputies and detectives have been searching since early this morning. Right now you can see Live Copter 3 is tracking another law enforcement helicopter in the air circling this particular neighborhood. We have seen these searches across Placer County today. We know it's also involving a bunch of different jurisdictions, not only from Placer County, also Amador County. We know the Sac County Sheriff's Office is also involved. This is a mass search across the county, and you can see it happening live on KCRA 3 with these exclusive images of this law enforcement copter that we are watching. Now, again, law enforcement does say, based on that surveillance video that we showed you, Abril was last seen with the tattoo on his left shoulder of what appears to be the ocean, waves, and bamboo. He is also wearing orange pants. I did speak over the phone with Abril's attorney, Matthew Bachman, just before the newscast. He shared a statement with me. He said, quote, "I'm stunned. I hope he turns himself in," end quote. He would not comment on why his client went to the hospital in the first place on Thursday or if he has spoken with his client today. The Placer County Sheriff's Office has set up a tip line for anyone to give investigators information about Abril. That number is on your screen right now, so take a look. We also have this on KCRA.com. It is 916-409-1257.